I'll share what inspires me, and I think that what I'm trying to get across though is that everybody needs to find something, whether it is a personal project, charity work, or mentoring somebody else. Maybe you get inspired by teaching and knowing that you're helping other people grow and improve their lives and their business. We all have to have something that really pushes us and inspires us. Hello again, it's Kevin, and I have one more little thing I want to share with you guys, and it's about finding inspiration. And I think this is a big topic for me, or subject for me right now. At this point in my career, I've been shooting about 20 years professionally, and have several businesses that I've started and grown, and I feel overwhelmed at times, and honestly, like many of you, I probably feel I could run away to the hills sometimes and just sell the business and leave it all behind and move to someplace like where Trent lives, in the middle of nowhere. And yet, if I find that if I can reconnect with what really inspires me as a photographer, then it's easier to get inspired, obviously, to continue and to put some fuel and some effort and some energy into my daily work. So I think I'll share what inspires me, and I think that what I'm trying to get across though is that everybody needs to find something, whether it is a personal project, charity work, or mentoring somebody else. Maybe you get inspired by teaching and knowing that you're helping other people grow and improve their lives and their business. We all have to have something that really pushes us and inspires us. Otherwise, I really think it's hard to stay in the business for the long run. I know a lot of you have been in it for more than 20 years maybe. There's some of you who maybe just 1 year, 2 years, but we have to be inspired. And for me, I really get the most inspiration from doing charity with your photography. And I think it's a great means, because photography is such an easy thing that we can all do and give, to give something priceless back to people, organizations that do great things. It's very simple. You don't have to have a lot of money, generally not a lot of time, but what I find is whenever I'm feeling overwhelmed, or if I had a bad client, which actually doesn't happen too often, but you have these weddings where you go and you're just like, that's my last wedding. Anybody else ever done that? Like, you get back from weddings, I'm not shooting any more weddings. That was the last one. That was the last straw. These brides were or whatever. And the next day, the next week, you go and you shoot a charity job. And for me, that turns it all around. Like, okay, this is what it's all about. This is why I love photography. This is why I love this gift that we give people. So one little project that I have, and maybe some of you can start this project, it's called Family Photo Day in the Park. And this is a simple project. It's not actually that simple. It's simple to start, but it takes some work. Is organizing a day where you will go to the park, you have other photographers help you out, and you invite families down who are in financial or situational bad places. We contact local organizations in town and have them send letters to all of their members or their people that they're serving, and let the organizations actually do the culling of the people, so we don't have to, go out and look for people who are in a bad situation. And then we have them all come down to the park on a Sunday, and from 10 o'clock until 3 o'clock on Sunday, we just shoot family portraits in the park. It takes about 5-10 minutes per family. This one we did about 3 weeks ago, we actually had 450 families signed up, and ended up about 300 of them came down, and we were able to shoot out 300 family portraits between myself and about 8 photographers through the course of the day. And my favorite, I've been doing this for 10 years, and this past weekend I had a situation where I really thought I was not going to get a portrait of this family because the little girl would not look at me at all. And I think she might have had Down syndrome. I didn't ask, but she was just had her head tucked into her mom, and she wouldn't even look. She wouldn't even look. She was just like this the whole time. I thought, I don't know what else I could do. And then I realized, here I am with this giant camera in my hand, 200mm lens, pointing it at her. She's going to be freaked out. Of course she is. So I put the camera down, and I just sat there and I started talking to her. Hey, sweetie, I love your shoes. Tell me about your little thing on your shirt over there. So she turned around, let go of her mom, she looked at me, she put out her arms like this, and then she walks over to me and wraps her arms and gives me this hug that literally lasted 5 minutes. And she just held them. Somebody took a picture of her just locked onto me like that, and she wouldn't let go. And it was the coolest thing. And all I could think about at that time was, I don't even want to take a picture. Don't let go. This is the best feeling. So she did, and then she smiled, and she sat on her mom's lap, and we got great portraits. But it was a message to myself on two levels. One was get away from the camera and be a person. Connect with people before you try to take their picture. Find out what they're all about, what their fears are, what they like. If it's as simple as finding out why she has this cute little bunny on her shirt. That's something she likes, and you can connect with her. Don't let the camera get in the way of making personal connections. And then the reward of her hug was honestly better than a paying job. I would take that over a paying job any day. Not every day, but any one day maybe. So find what inspires you, and don't let the camera get in the way of making great images.